Abby and Rosie here. I've had Rosie for about 6.5 months. It was a really big process getting Rosie. There was a lot of paperwork. I had to have doctors and stuff sign off on it, and but Wendy was really awesome at giving us advice and stuff on how to do it. But it was definitely a process. I was lucky that I had my mum who helped me with a lot of it, but it can be stressful if you haven't done it before, but definitely worth it. My dogs abandoned me to go outside and play, but I decided a therapy dog probably was right for me after a lot of research into it and talking with my family and doctors and people to see if it was a right suit for me and if it would help. And then I kind of, when we were like doing all the applications and stuff, we just asked questions and kind of, we did a bit of a trial with her to see if it would work or not. And it's definitely not for everybody, but for me it worked amazing. If I didn't have Rosie, I wouldn't even want to imagine where I'd be. I probably wouldn't be able to leave my room, or go visit family, or go out in public. I'd be a prisoner in my own room. So I'm so lucky to have her. Honestly, she's my lifeline. So I have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and I also have a few other things, like generalized anxiety disorder and sensory issues. So Rosie helps me with that, and she also helps me sometimes. If I think like I'm contaminated, I can feel it. It's like I have hallucinations. My brain lies to me. So she kind of helps me differentiate what's real and what's not. Rosie's favourite thing to do. She likes everything. Rosie, what's your favourite thing to do? What do you like to do? She likes working. She loves working. She gets so excited when she sees her vest. She also really likes swimming though. Swimming and walking. She just loves swimming. And rolling on her tummy, like she's doing. I think she's just happy to do whatever. Yeah, people often come up and try to pet her in public, or they ask really intrusive questions, and I just, if they say, oh, can I pet her? I say, no, sorry, she's working. If they kind of ask more questions, I always try to educate people, but without disclosing too much personal information. And Rosie is pretty good. If they bend down to pet her, she'll just ignore them most of the time. And I always have kind of someone with me who, if I start getting really uncomfortable with them, they're getting really intrusive, they kind of butt in and say, you know, you're not, please don't, it's not really right. So yeah, it's always good to have someone with you, I think, if you, well, just while you're getting used to it at least. Probably have to say to anyone that is struggling, I haven't personally experienced any of the depression side of things, but with any type of struggle in life, and especially with mental health and mental illness, if you're really struggling, to speak to a doctor, because they've got really good people they can refer you to, even if it's just like a GP. And apart from that, just talk to a safe person. Don't be ashamed about it, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, I know in my case, I didn't really get a lot of a lot of choice, but just think the sooner you can get onto it, the sooner you'll be on the road to recovery and able to do things that you really want to do. And there's always a solution. If there's a problem, there'll be a solution, and I think you just have to kind of have faith in that. People do ask me questions at school and just out in public too, and I think when I first got Rosie, I was super like, I'd like give all my information out, like about, oh yeah, this and this and this, but now I've kind of worked out that like I have to keep some information personal, and I mean everyone at my school is really good. I'm really lucky, so it's more out in public, and I just, if some random person who I don't know out in public's like asking all these questions, I just say, oh, you know, I have some issues with this and this, or I've actually printed off these cards that kind of explain why I have Rosie, and I just give them, and then it saves me talking and getting all flustered and stuff, which I think really helps, having the little cards. My favourite piece of gear is probably, I love her vest, obviously, but probably she has a whole T 6-way leash, and I use it as a hands-free leash. I love that's really good, hands-free leashes. And I've also got a traffic lead coming from the Atomic Hound, which I'm really excited about. It's pink. um, I also like, for just like general random stuff, I really like a collapsible bowl and a cooling mat, because in summer Rosie gets really hot, and that the cooling mat is good because it's not like, it doesn't take up too much space, but like it does its job. So I love that. I bring it with me. It's definitely a must have. And also like I have a whole bag of stuff that comes with me with Rosie, just so I'm prepared, which is another thing that I could definitely suggest if you even if you just have like a pet dog, because it's a lot of stuff to carry. The best thing about having a therapy dog is obviously the amount of independence she gives me, and the amount of freedom I have now, and the amount of things I can do now that I couldn't do before. And there's not really any bad things, I would say. There's definitely challenges. Probably just people coming up and asking really intrusive questions that they probably wouldn't do if you were just walking around. And it's also the responsibility thing. Like, it does take effort, and I find it really rewarding, all the training and all the practicing, and I find it fun. I enjoy it, but not everyone will. So that's always a really important thing to point out. And I think also, like, you have to, it's a lifestyle. It's not just a thing that's like there. It's like something that requires you every day to attend to and feed and to toilet and to make sure their needs are met. And I'm such a dog mum. I spoil Rosie so much. Like, she has so many toys. But it's definitely a commitment, but 1,000% worth it. Did I have to wait? I had to wait about 7.5 months. I was lucky because I got in quite early. But now I would imagine it's much longer than that. And that's just for like the like waiting part. That's not for all the like applications and whatnot. Because that was a lot of effort, or not counting the research. So I said probably about like, it would take a good year from like start to finish. So it can vary on like where and how and what, but for me it was that long. But I definitely think it would be longer now, especially because it's more people were like interested in making inquiries and applying and all that stuff. So I bring a lot of things with me. I would definitely be wanting to do a video showing kind of what I bring with me to school in my bag and all that stuff. I think that would be a really interesting video. I would really enjoy doing that. Rosie, you bring, I bring like water bowl, and Rosie brings a toy sometimes that she doesn't actually like. It's in her bag, but I leave it there in case she wants it. And I really like her the bag and the kind of setup. So I'd definitely be interested in showing.